Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday morning. It's not like me to record on a Sunday. And it is also December the 1st, so we're officially on the Christmas countdown for everybody. So I hope you've enjoyed your advent calendar this morning. So, as if it was Christmas already, I've received something in the post, out of the blue. Quite interesting. Let me show you guys. So, this arrived in the post out of the blue. I think the company contacted me via email, but I'm not the best. But what it is it is a standalone CarPlay, Android Play system. So you could use it in an older vehicle to have Apple CarPlay in your older vehicle without having to change all the dash and stuff. So for those of you that don't know, the older people here should know by now, but if you don't, Apple CarPlay and Android CarPlay is a system that basically, it's a monitor and the software runs off your phones, off your mobile devices, and it allows you to use apps in your vehicle, you know, like Google Maps, Apple Maps. I'm sorry, I'm not an Android guy, so I don't know those ones, but like Spotify, Apple Music, Waze, I think there's a car, plenty of satellite navigation. Obviously, then they keep massively up to date, which is fantastic. Audiobooks, you can listen to your audiobooks. I'll show you in a bit. I'm going to install it in the van. I say install, it looks pretty simplistic, but yeah. So this has arrived out of the blue. Obviously, when it was sent, we had the older van, which would have been fantastic because that had nothing like this in it. We didn't have CarPlay. So since it arrived, I bust my arm. We've had bad weather and my old van's packed up. So now we can't, I've already got, obviously I bought the new van, it has CarPlay in it. Chris has then tried to have a look in his van, but his cigarette lighter doesn't work. So we can't power it. So we're going to, for today's demonstration, I'm going to install it in the new van just to show you guys how to set it up and how it works. But yeah, it's a fantastic little gizmo, as I'll demonstrate when we install it. So I'm going to pop out in a sec. In fact, actually, let's, I suppose we should open the box and have a little look what comes with. So here we go. We have a dashboard mount. So as you see, it's an adhesive for easy installation. And it's also got screw holes, so you could screw mount it. Sorry, very difficult to do with one hand. Obviously, you've got your manuals, your installation guides. I don't think there's much to it, to be honest. And here is the lighter, cigarette lighter accessory. So you can plug it straight in, which is what I'm going to do today, just to show you the ease of plug and play. And obviously here we have the actual monitor device. I mean, it's pretty substantial size-wise. I think they do all different sizes. There's ones that you can connect cameras to. There's all sorts of stuff. I mean, to give you a comparison, that's the latest iPhone 16 look. So it's pretty substantial in terms of size. So yeah, let's hop out in the van and get this bad boy set up, connected up, and I'll show you guys that process. And then we shall basically give you a little run through it and show you how it all works. So before I've gone outside, I've just attached the back plate. Obviously for today I'm not going to think it can be screwed up. There's little screw holes here, look. So you could screw that into your dash if you've got like an older van or something along those lines. And that just allows it to freestand. There's also an adhesive pad, don't want to spoil it. I'm going to find a vehicle for it to be useful in, probably try and get it working in Chris's van. But as you can see, pretty straightforward stuff. And as far as I'm aware, just a cigarette lighter that we plug in. I'm assuming you could get this hardwired if you've got an auto electrician. I'm not that savvy, but you could probably get it hardwired into the dash somewhere, which would allow it then to be sort of work with the ignition and so on, without all the cables hanging about. But yeah, let's get outside and get it set up. Okay, so for the sake of this demonstration, I'm just going to place it on the dash here against the windscreen just to stop it moving about. Obviously it's got the adhesive, all the screw bits. So if you're in an older vehicle, you could mount it here. There are different ways. There is also a windscreen plunger thing that you can click it onto and put it wherever you want. But just for now, to stop it moving around, I'm going to set it up there. And it's as simple as, I believe, just plugging this into the cigarette lighter. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so as you can see, it's placed on there. It does have a screen protector on the minute. I'm going to keep it on. The screen protector a little bit scratched as it's been knocking around in the box in the office for a bit. We've had it out, looking at it and testing it out. But yeah, so as far as I'm aware, we start the ignition. She cranks up, look. So yeah, let's get this bad boy all set up and connected. So it's saying that the sound, so basically how it works is once it's set up, there are numerous ways to do it. It's already connected to my phone, look, as if by magic. Look at this. So as if by magic, look, it's popped up with the maps, music thing. I've got to be careful playing music because of copyright issues. But yeah, it's got all your apps, look. So you've got Apple Maps. Let me just put it back down here so for ease of use. It's got Apple Maps, look. So you can use it as a satellite navigation system. What else have we got on here? Ooh, show myself up. We've got Google Maps. So I'm sorry about the screen glare, it's not the best. Yeah, let me move over here a minute because it's a bit more shaded. So you've got your Google Maps. Audible, again, copyright problems, I can't really play much. There's some books that I've been listening to, look. Obviously you've got your phone, you can use your iPhone, your text messaging, your calendars. There's other apps I've got. WhatsApp, look, comes up on there. There's numerous apps. So yeah, let's get this thing rolling and set up, and then we'll see if we can get any music to play through it or whatever, and show you guys what it can do. So if we actually look at the settings of the device, you've got different ways of transmitting audio. So you've got speakers actually built into the system. You've got iPlay, auto, FM transmission, Bluetooth, and you can also cable connect it, obviously, to your existing stereo. All sorts of gizmos and bits and bobs, but I think for ease of connection for me personally, I'd probably go with, and it also depends on what stereo you've got in the car. If you don't have Bluetooth stereo in the car, in your vehicle, FM transmission, and what that'll do is any music that plays on this device will then, this device will transmit it via FM radio signal, and you tune in your existing stereo to that radio station that you set, and it will play through it. So let's see if we can get it up and running just to demonstrate. Okay, so as you can see, I've set in the FM transmission, I've set it to 108 FM, which is down here, it's preset, and so I've tuned in the actual van stereo to the same frequency. So then whatever I play from the phone that's connected to this, it will then transmit via FM signal to this radio. So if I've done this correctly, when I press play here, I have to excuse the music, it's a copyright thing, but we've got it transmitting through. So you can see the potential for this, can't you? So example, look, go back into the CarPlay app, go to Spotify, look, which is what I'm playing the music through, look, and it should come up with what we're playing there, look. So shout out to Schrodinger's cat. So that's used for demonstration. Like I say, so, and it's as simple as that. I mean, I don't know really what much else to say. Like I say, if you can imagine that was hard mounted in an older vehicle or whatever. I mean, look at the example. Let's stop this music for a minute. Let's look at Google Maps, for example. So say, for example, I want to then go to, let's go to Tesco. Let's have a look. There are other supermarkets available, of course. So what I'd do is, as you would, you go on your phone to your sat nav and you type in Tesco. Oh, I've put Teco, which isn't a good start, is it? Tesco. And then I've clicked, that's where I want to go. It says, look, do you want to go to Tesco Superstore? Say yes. Start route. We've got sat nav navigate, you know, we've got sat nav, look. It shows us exactly where to go as it would in a vehicle. It's Google Maps, it's updated daily, weekly, hourly, you know, so it's fantastic. Yeah, that's the so that's your Google Map there. You've also got Zoom. I'm not sure, I know that's a telephone video call application, but I'm not really sure. Waze is another sat nav. We've got radio apps here. Ooh. You've got obviously Apple Music, audiobooks, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty simplistic to use. And like I said, had my old van not blown up, this would have been a fantastic addition to my old van, because I mean, we were lucky I couldn't even get FM radio on it because it was the area was duff. So for an older vehicle, if you're driving around an older van, this pretty inexpensively gives you all the mod cons. So I don't know offhand how much they are. I'm going to put the link in the description and so on, but I think some of them are about £100 around there, maybe less. Some of them, they're all different size. I mean, this one's a pretty big one. They sent me this one because it was for a van. But there are smaller units, there are bigger units, there are dash units, the ones that actually fit in. There's all sorts of stuff. But we thought this as a standalone was a good example. So, you know, like you say, if you have got them old, there's a lot of lads on here who are work lads. If you've got those horrible vans like we drive around in, or we did till I got my new one. Yeah, you can just modernise everything and crack on with it. So, and it's as simple as, if you want it to be, sticking that sticky thing to the dash, plugging it into a working cigarette lighter, or like you say, you could fasten it properly by screwing it and have it wired into the dash by somebody who knows what they're doing, so it just starts on ignition and it works. You can play all your music through it. Obviously you can still switch to your radio and play whatever you want to play. Obviously if you want any sound coming through this, you need to have it on the radio setting or the Bluetooth setting or whatever setting you decide to use. But yeah, I just think it's a really good piece of kit there from Carpride. And it's, you know, it's definitely made things a lot easier for people who are struggling with it, all this tech. You know, it's kind of reminiscent of, remember the old TomToms we used to have back in the day before they were discontinued? You know, like a standalone unit. It's basically that, but far more advanced now. So a great piece of kit to try and have a play with. So yeah, like I say, yeah, I've got no complaints there. I think it's pretty cool. I say I can adjust the volume with the radio. Obviously I can play any music I want, but again, I've got to be careful because of copyright. But yeah, just I think it's an incredible piece of kit. Would have been even better in my older van, but fortunately I've got a new one now with it built in. But again, Chris's van would be great. Any of you guys out there who are interested in this, again, it'll be in the comments, it'll be in the description, and there'll be a link. I think they're sold on Amazon, so I'll stick that in there. But yeah, give them a shout, and if you do buy one or decide there is something that you could, I mean, come on, what a Christmas gift, right? You know what I mean? Talk about a practical gift that's useful. If you don't have that kit, this kind of kit in your car, if you don't have CarPlay or Android Play or whatever it's called in your car or your vehicle, what a piece of kit to have for Christmas. For, you know, you can probably pick one up for £100. Brilliant game changer. Just the sat nav alone, Google Maps alone in your car is a different level. These built-in navs that come in a lot of vehicles and stuff are glitchy and a nightmare, but Google Maps is on the point every single time. So anyway, yeah, hope you enjoyed that little tech demo. Just want to say that I'm not in any way, we're not getting paid for this. We have been sent this for free to kind of review. But yeah, just that's it. You know, we're not really down with all that kind of stuff apart from crisps and chocolate, obviously, but I just thought this is actually something that's worthwhile, and I think you guys could potentially benefit from it. So anyways, enjoy.